Welcome to Mo Talks / just because you can doesn't mean you should. Today I will be dyeing my hair and talking about things that I have been dying to talk about. If you are listening to this in just audio format, I'll be doing pink color, ion color brilliance, bright magenta, intensive shine, semi-permanent, cream hair color. I've remained pink for a while, and I plan to for the foreseeable future. I've thought of adding a few things to spice it up, and I might at some point. Like I like when I have black in it too. I have a cold right now. That being said, might as well get into it. First thing I would like to talk about, I've just been lately thinking a lot about why we do so many things that are so obviously we don't think about what we're doing, and if you thought about it for 1 second it'd be like, obviously don't do that, that's effing stupid. Like, okay, I'm just spitballing here, but war. Like literally, you're a little kid and you're told, oh, violence isn't the answer, fighting isn't the way to get what you want. And then literally, like literal countries kill other people's citizens, and it's just allowed. It's like, make it make sense. Why do we let those weird double standards happen, and we're blind to it? People aren't realizing that that's literally a double standard, because it's literally violence. Yeah, obviously I don't know anything about wars. I've watched Crash Course. I got good grades in my history class in school, but it's I feel like in your workplace, if you work in an office and your coworker keeps stealing your coffee mug that is specifically yours, you don't start firing an automatic rifle at their cubicle. You don't say, that's it, and start declaring war and killing their friends and family, to my knowledge. It's why, we kill so many people for what? Think about this. All of those people, that's their only life they get to live, and we're killing them over something usually, based on, economics, and it's it just doesn't make sense, why people wouldn't think about the fact that, we're literally all living on the earth, and we only get one life to our knowledge, and people are using it to kill other people. Oh my gosh, the thing when people are so, unethical when it comes to money, they'll do stuff for money that is so effed up. It's I don't get it. You only need a certain amount of money once you're living comfortably, and then you have so much money that you don't even have anything to do with it, and it's that's so pointless. It's that's so stupid. So many people could be being helped with the money that the really rich people in the world have. Even just using a little bit of their fortune, they could help the world so much. And it's all of these thought experiments that philosophers do, or the one where it's if someone that you knew was on one train track and there was 2 people you don't know or 5 people you don't know or whatever on another, would you turn it so it would run over the 1 person you know or the 5 people you don't know? How can you be so blinded by your desire for something like money that is not even a permanent thing, knowledge, knowledge, you can keep that with you. Money, it gets used on things, and it's I think money shouldn't exist, by the way. But anyway, disregarding all of those people's lives just for one person being yourself, to get money and being a billionaire and your employees work in really bad conditions and can't even make enough to survive, but you have so much money. It's like there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for someone to have so much money that they don't even have anything to do with it, while some people are literally starving to death in America. It's like, can someone make that make sense to me? I wish things were more focused on from the very beginning. I wish things were less focused on money and success, and I wish people put more thought into the human experience and intimacy and connection with other people, compassion, empathy, sympathy even. The world doesn't revolve around just you. And it's like hard to find a balance between being selfish and being assertive, putting your needs before other people's wants, which is a big thing. It's just like, how can you not care about other people? Like, little kids starving, and I'm not crying, I have a cold. Like little kids starving and stuff while you have so much money in a giant mansion. Like, I will never, if I have enough money to have a giant mansion, I'm not about to have a giant mansion, because I will live comfortably and give to those who need it, because literally no reason for me to have all this stuff just because I can, just because I have the money for it. It's like, that literally is so stupid to me. Literally being so materialistic and rather like getting a new thing when literally you're so rich and you could be helping out other people, literally ending world hunger. It's like, how are you gonna, like, literally, how can you live with yourself knowing that you could make such a big difference, but you're not? And when you get into this territory, it can start to be like, oh, you owe something to the world just for being born in it. No, but you were born here without any choice, any say in the matter, just like everyone else. And so you'd think you'd have a little more compassion for other people. Like, nobody else asked to be born on this earth in the country they were born, looking how they look, with the parents they have, with the religious background their family has that they were born into, with the color of the skin they were born into, with the gender identity or sexuality that they were born into. It's like, I just wish people cared. Like, first and foremost of anything. Like, if you loved everyone and yourself, you would, like, it would make you want to help the world. And I just wish that we emphasized more, like, caring, being caring and giving when you have crap to give. Like, I'm not talking like in the Bible, that girl who was really poor and she gave the last of her money to Jesus or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, why should there be people with a $9 million mansion or something, a $6 million man, while there's literally people in the same country, same state, not having enough food to get by? Like, little kids that got brought into the world not by their own choice. It's like, and I can keep going on and saying this in different words, the same thing, but basically it weighs heavily on me, because I'm not in a place where, like, I have money that could, like, affect other people. Like, I'm 16 years old, right? I don't have a job right now, but, like, how can someone know that they have a lot of money and not use it to help the world? Explain that to me. And on the note of children being brought into the world not by their own choice, I also think about, like, I watched this crash course video about, I think it was a philosophy one, and it was about familial obligations. Like, do you owe your parents something for giving you life? And I have very strong opinions on this, just so you know, and I will make it everyone's problem. I believe no. I think your parents owe you for bringing you into this world. Like, man, first of all, don't even get me started, because I could go on and on about antinatalism. Like, literally, there's so much ethical debate that I could make about procreation, but that's a topic for another episode, another day. I just think some people just be having kids without even thinking about it, because like you're told, have kids, get married, get a house, get a job, be successful, make money in life. But like, so people just have kids, and then some people are bad parents, a lot of them, because they're just told to have kids like it's just something you're supposed to do. And first of all, that's weird to me. This is a human being you're bringing into the world, first of all. Just saying. And it's just like, how are you gonna not put thought into that and like just be like, you have to do what I say because I said so, because I gave you the gift of life? First of all, no. First of all, do you understand the kind of responsibility that you gave me with the gift of life? First of all, I'm in excruciating mental pain on the daily, and I'm not feeling very gifted or blessed at this moment in time. Thanks, gift of life. It's like, you bring someone into the world, and when people have kids, it's like, oh, this is gonna be the best thing that ever happened to me. And you're saying me? You're talking about yourself. I don't know that there's a really good moral reason to give birth to and raise children, especially right now. A good moral argument for why that is a good thing to do. And of course, good and bad, subjective, and you could debate, you could argue they are not real, and okay. But anyway, it's like, bringing someone into the world, you're doing that for yourself. You're having a kid for yourself, because it's like, either for the image, saying that you have a kid, being a mother, being a father, whatever, or you're doing it just because you think you should, and so you aren't like doing it with intention, like intentionally, and you're not like, and then it's just bad for those kids in that situation, in those situations. And it's like, I feel like every day people do so much without even thinking about it, and it's like, that's something that stresses me out so bad. I've been plagued by overthinking since, like, I remember when I was 7, crying at night, praying to Jesus Christ of Nazareth, please let me stop fearing getting cancer. Like, I was scared of getting cancer, right? But I would have such bad anxiety. I've had to overthink so much my entire life, and I got into like philosophy like when I was 12 and 13, and I was like really into that, and I still am. I'm still into it to this day, and I'm getting more into it every day. I'm learning more things every day. It's like how people can go through their life not questioning things, not to be like, oh, I'm woke, I've ascended, I'm so much woker than everyone else. I'm the wokest, as it were. But it's like to only question things when it benefits you. Like if you're a diehard, or I guess it would be devout Christian, and you only question other people's religions, or if you're an atheist and you only question Christianity and not like Islam or other things like spirituality, like shut up, to be honest. It's just like double standards. Once again, it's like people just going about their daily life, not putting any thought into things. It's like, man, what a waste. And that crap stresses me out. Like me, I know that I shouldn't be worried about what other people are doing, and it's not so much that, it's like, it's stuff that affects me. People like genuinely believing like some things about some like people and people groups and people making choices and politics, like all these things that people a lot of the time don't question, and it's like some of this crap really affects me. And so obviously I sound crazy being like, I'm worried about what everyone's doing in their daily life. It's not like quite like that. It's just, I'm tired of people who are not willing to change, don't think they need to, like people who don't question things, people who just like follow blindly anything they are taught. Like it's just like, it's stressful. It's like dang, this is your one life and you're really acting like that. Sheesh, if I do say so myself. I just can never wrap my head around that. And I mean, I guess everyone has different perspectives, but literally I grew up so anxious. Obviously I have mental illness, right? And so that's not everyone's experience. Not everyone has things happen to them that opens their eyes and makes them be like, damn, like, this is real. This is real crap. But it's like, never thinking about things in that way. Imagine that. Imagine that. All I'm saying, obviously that's not all I'm saying, because I have said a lot so far. And I will continue to say in the future. I'm in it. And everything is literally made up, so like, why people are afraid to question things, question traditions, like question things that are considered normal because they're considered normal. Like, they're considered that because people decided they were considered that. Just like the government has power because they decided we're the government now. I guess that's probably what happened. I don't know. I'm not a historian. They were just like, we're in charge now. Like, man, why'd they gotta do that? In my life that I've noticed more recently is that with realizing that like literally everything's about perspective and your experiences and all that great stuff, I've been very much more opening to hearing anyone's perspective. Like, I'm not gonna see someone being a Trump supporter and being like, shut up, I'm not talking to you, I'm not about to hear this. Like, I want to hear why people believe what they believe, because there's some reason why. Just like there's reasons why I believe what I believe. And so it's like, when people just blindly jump at people, now I understand for some people it could be a safety thing. Some people don't, have the kind of privilege to, be able to talk to someone who has really conservative politics, because a lot of conservative politics are like biased against racial minorities, and I obviously am not a racial minority, so I have that going for me, which means that I can engage in those kinds of conversations with people much different from me, and I'm thankful that I'm able to, and I wish people didn't decide we were gonna assign value to people because of their genitalia or their skin color. Literally, that's so stupid, y'all. I just want to say, whoever invented that crap, I'm glad you're dead, and I would kill you myself. It's just like I don't understand racism, like purposeful racism. Like, obviously you can be racist without meaning to, and even if you try not to be racist, you can be unintentionally racist. But like, people who are intentionally racist and will call themselves racist, I don't know if people do that, but like, that's so weird. Like, how are you gonna, I don't know, like, talk to people and understand their perspective, and there should be no reason for you to hate almost any human being, because the whole thing about being a human being, like the human experience, you can find things in common with everyone, and I wish people could be brought together, like people were willing to be brought together, like the way that I yearn for like that kind of human connection and fellowship with everyone, but like other people aren't like that. It's like, I don't know. You only live once, and you live for such a short time in the grand scheme of things. It's like, why we care so much about like looking cool or getting some stuff that doesn't end up actually mattering at all ever. And like, literally embarrassment, like if you're embarrassed by something that doesn't harm anyone, it's like, I hope that you can learn how to stop being embarrassed by it, because literally embarrassment is so stupid to me. Like, obviously you should be embarrassed if you're like a horrible person doing horrible things. Obviously, like, good, stay embarrassed. My hands are getting really pink. But like, being embarrassed, like wanting to dress a certain way but feeling like you can't pull it off, literally so obviously my whole personality is having a mullet and dressing a little different. It's not that different anymore because everyone started dressing like this, not to be that way. But yeah, I was doing it first. But no, like, I dress like this because I decided, nah, F this, I'm gonna do whatever I want, literally, because why wouldn't I? Like, who am I doing it for to not do what I want? Because it's definitely not me. And because why would I do that? I'm the only person that I have to be around my entire life forever. And why would I want to not do whatever will make me happy? As long as it's not hurting someone. Someone also includes yourself. Learned that. But it's like, people care about stupid things, like, I don't know, when people are like, I'm awkward, or stuff like that, I'm like, no, you probably just don't understand that crap like that doesn't matter, and that you can, be yourself, and that you should, because why would you waste your life not? It's like, some people are really affected by, the media does everything that it's supposed to in trying to influence people, because that is its job. And some people are, in fact, influenced. I'm influenced by different things. I get really, if I'm on social media too much, I get really down on myself, because I'll start comparing myself to everyone, and I'll get jealous of people. And some people want to be like, embarrassment isn't real, but then be embarrassed by someone who has, like, a different kind of personality. That is true of someone I once knew who claimed to be, like, embarrassment is a construct, it's stupid, and then said that they were embarrassed by me and nervous for me to meet people that they know because they were embarrassed by me. But that's, I guess that's besides the point. And that's a lot of words for I'm not cool and I care way too much what other people think, in my opinion. Since I was 12 is when I really started, like, trying to change and make a change and be intentional, and I was realizing all this stuff. And I feel like, and I've been in therapy since I was 12, and I've been on antidepressants since I was 12, because I was diagnosed with, like, depression and anxiety when I was 12, and I was going through a rough patch at that time. I'm lucky to have been able to access therapy at a young age, one where I really needed it, and to learn some tools that therapists have, as that is kind of their job, to give you coping skills. And around that time I started, like, reading philosophy books and watching stuff about philosophy, like, on YouTube. And so I've been aware of it for a longer time, and I've been working. I still feel embarrassed sometimes. Sometimes I'll have a hard day and I'll be like, man, I'm the worst. And, like, obviously I'm not the worst. Obviously I'm the best. No. But it's like, I still have hard days, and I feel like you see someone who's done a lot of work to try to better themselves, and you think, oh, they're so good, I can never be that good. No, they still struggle. They still struggle, and there's never going to be a time that you never struggle again, because struggling is part of it. If you're not having to try, then you're not really probably improving that much. And a lot of the time, people's problems can be solved by just, like, actually trying to deal with it. But some people would rather curse the darkness than light a candle, as my mom used to say. And so and this is something I struggled with. I used to not want to do the hard work to try to get better. And so I wouldn't get better because I didn't put in the effort. You have to put in the effort to change. You don't, like, it doesn't happen by itself. And you can't cry about it, but then do nothing about it. That doesn't fix it. And people who want to cry about it and then not, like, if they have accessible steps to take to fix it and make changes in their life. People who don't take that, I'm like, man, shut up. I couldn't care less. God helps those who help themselves. Obviously that Jesus never said that. Also, like, online culture of, like, wokeness, acting like people can't make mistakes. It's like, dang, shut up. Honestly, I'm like, I could get in a fist fight with all of you and win. All these, like, TikTok people or whatever, that wanna, no, shut up, man, shut up. I don't know. The internet has become, I think, I don't know, all this social media, people are, like, too ready to fight instead of, like, being willing to, like, listen to other people's perspectives, like, literally. If we could not just be blindly hateful, that'd be really stellar, in my opinion. Like, literally, so much more can be done. You know what? When I am fighting with my siblings, you know what never works? If I wanted my siblings to, respect me, you know what's not gonna work? Me screaming at them and not listening to what they have to say. You know what's gonna work? Me talking to them and understanding why they do the things they do, why they believe the things they believe, and make the choices they make. That's what's gonna freaking make a difference. Like, how hard is that to understand? It's like, and why wouldn't someone want to, like, make things change for the better? On a completely different topic, I grew up being homeschooled, and I use the term schooled very, very loosely, as did they. And so obviously I was pretty sheltered, grew up, like, religiously homeschooled, but anyway, I went into the public school system last year, around this time last year. I was put in the legal care of my oldest sister. Me, along with some of my younger siblings, were put in the legal care of her after some stuff with family, with my dad, after my mom had died in March of last year. And so this last school year, I was entirely remote, and I would do, like, makeup. Like, I do, like, makeup sometimes, like some, like, punk extreme makeup. I just, like, started doing it, and I was like, okay, this is fun, and I like how it looks cool, so I was doing it. And some people at the school, like, these are high schoolers, right? And first of all, don't even get me started on high schoolers. I don't even want to think about it. High schoolers are truly, most of them just live in their own little bubble where for some reason high school is important, or you have to be so cool, or, oh, I'm so cool because I'm a jerk, you know, that kind of thing. People would be kind of crappy to me. I got a lot of support from people like, oh my gosh, so many of the girls at my school, I love them. Like, they're all my shorties for real. But, like, so many people would just be, like, a jerk to me for no reason just because of how I look. And luckily, I chose, like, I made the choices to look like this. I chose to cut my hair strange and dye my hair and wear weird makeup. But I feel bad for people, like, obviously I feel bad for people who are treated like that because of things that they didn't choose. So I realized that I chose to do these things that are garnering me this negative attention. That being said, I wish people, like, weren't just like, I'm gonna bully you, I'm gonna be a jerk just because how you look. Obviously, I guess that's how it works, you know, you're just a jerk for no reason. But it's like, I can, like, chill with pretty much anyone, and I wish that people would, like, you know, talk to people instead of being like, I'm gonna be a jerk to you. Like, I can't wrap my head around that, and, like, just being a jerk for no reason. What is that gonna do? What's that gonna do for anyone, ever? Nothing, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. And it's like, yeah, I think I'm pretty cool, and, and I, like, everyone has something to offer, and I wish that people weren't just, like, mean to people based on stuff that's, like how they look and stuff like that. Like, I was really nice to everyone in all my classes, but people would just be a jerk to me. And it was like, damn. you suck. Like, why you gotta be like that? Like, I'm just chilling. Me doing my makeup doesn't hurt anyone. It's cool to look at. It's fun for me. It's therapeutic for me. It helps me. And imagine having a problem with that. Just because you want to be cool or you want to be more normal. And it's like, first of all, don't even get me started. Well, now you've got me started on normal. Hashtag society. Hashtag Joker moment. Like, literally, you're making fun of me because I'm different than what you're used to. Because you are used to doing whatever you're told is the right thing to do. Is what you mean to tell me? It's a lot of words for that. And I just, like, bruh. I could literally be besties with probably anyone. And all these people, all I'm saying is, if you're just a jerk to me for no reason, you are really missing out, because I'm probably can be fun to be around sometimes. And it hurts my feelings, so please stop being mean to me. It doesn't make sense to do that. Also, my mom died, and I'm really sensitive, so please stop. I don't know. That is a whole thing, like bullying in schools. It's like, wow, you're so cool because you're a jerk, right? No, nobody's thinking that at all. I hope that when I go in person school, people will be nice to me, at least. And maybe I can even, like, get a lot of friends. And then I will become evil overlord of the school. And I will turn it into Mo School, where everyone is trained to become a miniature version of me. No, that's a joke. Well, I don't know. I'm nervous to go to school because I've never been around that many high schoolers at once, and the thought of it is sickening. Like, why would anyone want to be around that many high schoolers? Or even any. Like, ooh. I'm really kind of nervous that, like what if someone literally, like, physically assaults me? I'll be like, I'm probably just thinking the worst. I don't get what's up with all these high schoolers thinking that they're so cool, other than me. Obviously. These hands for free. You've never had a love like me. You've never hit a drug like me. You should never eat the butt like me. Only tricks. In all of its pink-haired glory. Almost dry. I did miss a whole lot, and I did it a really stupid way. So what can I expect? It looks so cool. If you watched this entire thing, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all, hi, Greg. Third of all, well, that was cool of you. Thanks. And let's have a chit-chat sometime. Hit me up in the DMs. My phone number is